Okay, welcome ladles and jelly spoons to a quick tutorial on how to get this effect that you're looking at here, where you have black and white in the background. Sorry about that, black and white in the background and a coloured portion over here. Same with this picture here. I've just started up a website which will be in the description below, but people have had a look at these photographs and asked me how it is that I got these effects. So I'm going to show you nice and quickly. We'll be doing it with this picture over here. I had a quick look at the pictures on my machine and I pulled this one out for two reasons. One is this sand over here, which I'll get onto in a bit, and the other one is the wide range of colours that you can see on here. So let's go ahead and open this up in Photoshop. I'm using CS5. It should be the same on previous versions of Photoshop, and I assume CS6, but I don't have those, so I don't know. Alright, so we're looking at the picture here. First thing to do is create a duplicate of this layer. We'll call this one the coloured version. There we go, coloured. I'm British, I use the U. Come back to this background. You want to click over here where it says black and white. Click that and you now have a black and white mask over the picture. If you unclick this eye, you can see that this that you're looking at here is the black and white version. If you move to this, you'll be looking at just the original black and white coloured. This one is on top. It stacks these, so this is your top layer, this is your bottom layer. What we're going to do now, I'll show you something really quick. You go to the eraser over here, go to your eraser tool, and if I write my name here quickly, N-I-C, you can see there that the name Nick is written in and the parts we've erased are in black and white. Let's undo those three. The undo key, by the way, is Control, Alt and Z. Alright, what we're going to do now is there's this really cool thing here called Magic Eraser Tool. To get that, you right click the eraser, go to Magic Eraser. Click back on the coloured layer. And what you want to do is click on these bits. I said about the sand, if you look closely, you can't actually magic erase all of these bits, which is a massive pain in the ass, but that's why I picked this individual photo to show you, because this is going to happen a lot. If you look at this picture here, that happened a lot due to the individual leaves, and on this one the different textures on the leaf made this a bugger to do in that respect. So what you want to do is move back to Photoshop. We'll zoom right the hell out, fit on screen. If you move to this lasso tool over here, what we're going to do is we're going to drag all around these tires. It's the tires that we want to keep in colour. So we'll drag all around that. This highlighted bit we don't need. We're on the coloured layer. If you hit the delete key, that's all black and white now. Right click on this eraser, go back to eraser tool, and what we're going to do is zoom in on this section at the bottom here. Now move back to your eraser. This circle that you can see here is the eraser. If you want to make it bigger, right click and adjust the size as you see fit. This PX stands for pixels. So 2500 pixels is so massive that it doesn't fit on this screen. I tend to work at about 20 to 50, 100 maybe. Let's have a look at 100. That's not too bad at this zoom. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rub out, if I can get a hold of this, color erase. Suddenly it's not working. Click, click, eraser. Computer, you're showing me up. Why are you doing this? That's what it is. Alright, eraser. It's probably... Okay, if we move back to the lasso, hit deselect. My apologies. Eraser tool. Now we can erase this. The problem was that the computer was still thinking that we were talking about that area that we defined with the lasso before. So, just quickly erase most of that. Let's jump back in a step further, and what we want to do now, we move back to the eraser, we want to be careful. We want to get as close to this line as we can without actually infringing on the blue part of the line. The problem here is if you slip like that, you take out a giant chunk of the blue. So Control-Alt-Z to step back on that. Let's have a look if our magic eraser can help us out here at all. Nope, no chance. Alright, so back to our eraser. I'm going to make this a bit smaller so that it's a bit easier to work with at this magnification. So what I'll do now, I reckon, is I will just do this as fast as I can and speed up the video so that you can see this happen, not in real time because it'll take quite a while, but as fast as I can do it. It is 21:29 on my clock at the moment. We'll see how long this takes. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna slow the video down here. I want you to have a look at this part over here. See, the problem with the magic eraser tool, where it gets rid of whole swaths of colour like this, is that it's not very good at knowing when it's supposed to stop. So I'm going to show you quickly how to correct this colour thing that's come out. If we go back to the original, this background, untick these, you can see the colour that's in here. If we look back at these, you can see that it's just this part of the wheel. So move back to hue, lasso, we'll grab that part of the wheel, hover over that, copy, layer via copy. Let's bring this one up here. There we go. That's what it was. It wasn't merge. I had to click merge down. So let's do that again. Right click this one, merge down. Now then you can see these two layers here. We've erased all of this background as best we can. There's a few bits here which we'll come back and clean up. Or we can just do it now. Oh, go away. Click on layer 1. We get rid of these. We'll do that properly at the end when we're done, I think. We bring this background back in. You can see these all together. You've still got your black and white mask, and this is our coloured layer all together. So I'm going to speed this back up, put the music back on. You guys enjoy the rest of the video until something else comes up. Okay, let's speed this up quickly. If you have a look here, in the middle of this haze that you can see, there's a bit of green in the middle of the circle, and there's a bit of blue in the middle of the circle. The thing I like about the eraser tool is that green haze is outside the circle, but if I click a load of times, get a little bit closer, click, you can see the green starts to leach out. The eraser tool kind of has this weird vacuum-esque function that kind of affects the pixels around the outside of the thing too, so that you can kind of get a more even flow of colour from one area to the next, instead of making it look really, really harsh, showing that you've obviously photoshopped the crap out of this thing, which is a nice little touch. Alright, back to music. Okay, so what we're looking at here now is almost the final version. What we'll do is we'll untick that one, untick that one, untick that. We can see nothing. We click back on this one, and there you go. There's a bit there that I've missed. There's some stuff there that I've missed, but by and large it looks pretty clean. So have a quick look. There's some more stuff over there. If you're curious as to how to scroll this thing, if you scroll the wheel, you'll go up and down. If you hold Control and scroll, you'll move around that way. Now, this hasn't been a perfect job. It has been a very, very quick one. I have no intention of doing much with this photo once we're done here. But there's a few things you might want to note. It's a bit curvy on here because of the shape of the eraser. If you want more finesse on this, use the 1 pixel eraser. Like I said, I'm just whistling through this so that you can kind of see the quick way of doing this. If you're not entirely fussed about these random pixels, if I was doing this for myself as part of a album that I wanted to make, I have a kind of OCD about getting these things right when I'm doing it for me. But each to their own. If the odd pixel here and there doesn't bother you, then great. You have lucked out on life. If it does, then that's that. Hell, I've missed a load here. Alright. Alright. I think that's good. Let's zoom out. Fit on screen. There's this bit over here. Okay. Last bit. So as I was saying, I'm not going to bother putting this one up on my site. But the site is where this all originates from. People looking at that and asking me to do a quick tutorial. So if you're curious about the rest of my work, the stuff that I actually deem worthy of sticking on the internet, go and check that out. Link in the description, but it's nickbuncephotography.co.uk. Nick, N-I-C, Bunce, B-U-N-C-E, United Sport Photography. Okay, alright, so let's zoom back out. Fit on screen, tick that back on, bang, done, sorted. Everything is happy. Now you can either, if we go save, you can either save this as a Photoshop document that will keep all of your layers here. I have no intention of ever coming back to this, so I am just going to compile this down to a JPEG. I'll put this one as not in Japanese, there we go, B. Save that to my desktop, save, okay. Let's close that. Save changes, no, go away. Alright, cool. So, we have here our two pictures. We have color version, wrong picture, black version, color version, black version, color version, black version. Other things that you might want to do, if it was you might want to leave the grass and the moss and the like in green. That's entirely up to you. I cut it out because I was only going for the blue, the colour of the wheel and the occasional bit of dirt on there. I think I might have left some greenery on this one because it contrasted nicely, same as I've left the dirt on the white wheel. You can take that out if you want to. If you want to make it look clean, it's entirely up to you. So, that is our final picture. Click the picture to subscribe if you want to. Other stuff on here involves science and video games. If you don't want to subscribe, do it anyway. Comments below. Let me know what you think, if there's any other tutorials you want me to do.